Hello everybody, it's me again, Crazy Bag Lady. So thank you so much again for tuning into my little channel. So today, if you follow me on sort of YouTube and stuff, you'll know that I bought this the other day, pre-loved. And she has been quite well used. So I've decided to do a bit of bag care on her. I know that we all enjoy a bit of bag care, so I thought we'll do a little video together and see how we get on. So this is her to start with. I've not done anything to her, so as you can see on camera she does look really good, she's okay. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean her up and see if we can bring her back to, well, a bit posher than she looks at the minute, bless her. So to start with, I'm going to clean her over with a damp cloth. So I've got a white cloth, so we'll see if she is dirty. So there's my white cloth. I call her she because it's just easier than saying bag, isn't it? So I've got a bowl down here of warm soapy water. I've just used fairy liquid in it, which is like a washing up liquid, and wring my cloth right out so it's only very damp. Now I'm going to wipe it over and see if she is dirty, because I do believe it's had quite a lot of use. It's perhaps had a bit of a harder life, this poor little bag, so we're going to bring her back to life. So let's have a look at the cloth. Yeah, as I suspected, as you can see, she's a really dirty bag. Look at that. Ooh. So we're going to have some real fun. Well, not fun, but if you're into handbags like me, you'll totally appreciate this. So I'm going to continue wiping her over with a damp cloth. I can actually see that the pattern's coming brighter on the letters, on the LV letters and stuff. I can see that they are really dirty. So the more you gently wipe it over, like the white bits are coming white already. That's unbelievable. Wow, I can't believe this. Obviously I don't want to scrub it as such, but just giving it a wipe over it won't do it any harm, because obviously it's canvas, so I'll try not to wet the leather bits. Oh, I can't believe it. But we're going to do a total bag refurb. So we're going to clean her up, we're going to brasso the brass bits, we're going to give her some leather cream. But look at my cloth. Look at this. Ugh. So you can appreciate just how sort of dirty this bag is, really. I know it looks okay on camera, and it is okay, but I know that it can look better. So I'm going to continue wiping it over, and then we'll move on to the next stage and see what it comes up like. So I'll come back to you when I've carried on wiping it. Right, I'm still wiping it. I've just got the last back bit to do. I'll try and show you a bit closer if you can sort of concentrate on these white coloured ones. They don't look too bad, but then as soon as you wipe them over with a cloth, you can see the colours coming brighter again. I hope the camera's picking this up. I have done it in as much daylight as possible so that you could get a good feel for it. I love it. I love cleaning bags up. I'm in my element. Look at the cloth. You can't believe it, can you? It's definitely had a lot of use. Poor old bag. She's going to look beautiful when I've done with her. See, I thought that was a mark, look. It's come off. Yeah, it's all coming back to life. I mean, this is all worn at the top, some of these, but there's nothing you can do about that, I'm afraid. That just is part and parcel of wear and tear, but you can certainly clean them up to make them look better. So excited to polish the hardware as well. My mum thinks I'm balmy. But it just shows, you know, if you buy an older one, how much love you can put back into them. So I've nearly done, so I shall continue wiping this and then we'll move on to the next stage. Just wanted to show you my dirty water. That is the water that I've used, and that is the colour of the water from cleaning the bag. So I'm just going to get some clean water and I'm just going to go over it again with some clean water. And then we'll move on to the next stage. But look at that colour. Oh dear. Right, the next thing I'm going to do to my little bag, when I bought the bag, she did say to me it had a slight aroma of cigarette smoke, which, because I got the bag at a good price, I thought, well, I'll take a gamble. And the more I've messed about with it, you can get a slight aroma. Not really bad, but there is a slight aroma, and I don't smoke, so it'll probably annoy me. So what I've done, I've put a tiny, and I mean tiny, little bit of fabric conditioner in some really hot water. I've got a clean white cloth again, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go over the lining with a damp cloth, which has got fabric conditioner in the water. It smells really nice and clean. So I'm just going to go over the lining. Now, this is not probably something I would suggest, but if you really don't like the smell of cigarette smoke and stuff, which I don't, then feel free to give it a try. But I can't definitely recommend it at work, so it's not something I've actually done before myself, but I just thought it will freshen the lining up so that the bag will actually smell a bit fresher. So here goes nothing. Let's hope it works. And I'm just literally I don't want to soak it all the way through or anything. I just want to just brush it over so that it's sort of, the fabric conditioner goes into the material of the lining. Yeah, and it'll make it smell fresher. It's making it smell fresher already. It is a long process, this cleaning of bags. It's not for the faint-hearted, I'm afraid. It's not a quick fix. It is something you have to do over time. Oh, it smells lovely, this fabric conditioner. I don't like smelly things, as I'm sure a lot of you don't. So this is just what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep brushing it over, and then obviously I will leave it to dry for a bit. So that is my next step. Maybe I don't know whether I should have done this first before I clean the outside of the bag, but I don't think it really makes much difference. So as you can see, I'm not soaking it through. I'm just lightly brushing it over. So that's my next step. I'll let you know when I've done it. Right, next stage, obviously the lining is damp. I have pushed it back inside the bag, but when I've finished, I'm going to pull it back out and leave it to air off. So that's the next stage. So I've got my little brasso ready. It's just standard normal brasso. I've got some cotton buds and a couple of old cloths to put it on and polish it off. So let's give the brass a bit of a polish up and see what happens. I know the older the Louis Vuitton, the better the brass is. So the brass on this might not be brilliant because it's not as old as the other old bag that I did do up. So where shall we start? We'll start by putting a bit on the zip. I don't know. I can't tell if this zip is brass or not. I'm not sure if it is. Right. Don't think it is. I know the older ones are all brass, but I'm not sure if this one is. Well, it's not. We'll give it a rub anyway, it'll still freshen it up. Oh, it might be. It's shining up a bit. So that's the zip before. So now I'm going to rub some brasso. I'll put a bit on a cloth, I think. Right. Put a bit on my cloth. Like so. And then I'm going to carefully rub it along the zip. Obviously you have to be careful not to get it on the fabric if you can help it. So I'm going to rub it the way along the edge of the zip. Oh, it's fiddly, my dears. Rub it all in, all the way along your zip. As you can see, it starts to go dirty on the cloth that you put it on with. And then you get another cloth. So you make sure it's rubbed all into the metal. And then you get your next cloth, which I've got an old yellow duster, and then you rub it, you sort of like rub it off, and it should clean your zip up at the same time. Ooh, it's hard work. Gets your muscles going. And then you can see there's muck that comes off on my little yellow duster. But like I say, I don't think this one is brasso. It probably won't shine, but it will clean it up. Give it some good old elbow grease. Is it coming back to life? Come on, Mr. Zip. So I'm going to keep on rubbing it, and we'll see how it goes. So that's the side I've rubbed. That side I've not rubbed. Doesn't really look that much different, does it? Perhaps the zip's not too bad. But I'll keep on doing it, and I'll show you in a minute. I'm still rubbing my zip. Look at the muck that's coming off it. It's horrible, isn't it? You can't believe it, but I suppose the zip gets like a real lot of use, doesn't it? More than perhaps other parts of the bag. So I'm still polishing. You rub it, and then you look at your cloth. It's getting better. Still, she's shined it up a bit. It's not gold though, so the zip is obviously not brass on this one. So I'm going to try it on these other bits of hardware as well. So there's the bit on the end. So we'll rub our... You have to be careful, don't get it on the leather if you can help it. But we are going to use some leather cream in a minute to clean it up. So we'll do it on these end bits. So rub it all over. Give it a good old polish. And make sure you have your window open, don't gash yourself because this brasso does smell. And rub it all over. Then it makes it go matte, not very shiny. And then you rub it with your soft cloth, and then it comes back to a lovely, lovely shine. See that? A good old polish. I have to put some real elbow grease into it, and there we go. Look, it's coming up lovely. So I'll continue doing this, the brasso on all the gold bits on the bag, and then hopefully they should. I mean, the bag has had a lot of use, so obviously if they're a bit scratched, they're going to stay scratched. They're not going to come out, but it'll still buff it up and make it shine again. Yay! I love seeing it when it comes back shiny. There we go. So I will continue to rub all my little bits of gold on it, and let's see how they come up. Right, I thought we'd do this front bit together because it's exciting watching the brass. So we'll polish this bit up, dab it on, and the bit underneath. It's coming up really nice. The bag's lovely. So pleased. To be fair, the brass is actually not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. The actual bag itself was probably more dirty and worn than the brass is. Just rub it in. Because when they're really bad, like your whole cloth goes black, so it's a little bit dirty but not really bad. So let's give it a buff. So shiny. Yeah, it is a bit dirty, lot, but it's not really, really dirty. To say how dirty the actual bag was. Oh, it's like a mirror. You can almost see your reflection. All it takes is just time, isn't it, really? Time and a bit of TLC. So it's a little bit dirty, not too bad. Just clean under here. It's got the little Made in France engraved in the gold. I hope if you're doing this to your bag, I really hope this is useful. Whew, it's hard work. Right, and that's giving it a good old polish. You can see the Louis Vuitton signs. shining away. So we'll carry on with the next bits. Right, let's have a go at a corner, one of the corners. See if we can, they're all pretty quite shiny already, to be fair, so we'll just try one, see what it comes up like. So we'll rub the brasso all over it. Oh, they're a bit dirty, look, but I suppose they will be because obviously they're the corners of the bag, so they do get the most hammer when the bag's being banged about. So that's all the brasso rubbed in. As you can see, look, that one's shiny, that one's matte. So I get my clean little duster and give it a good old polish to get your elbow grease into it. It'll not stop it being scratched though, unfortunately, but it'll clean it all. Yeah, it's coming. Ooh. You've come to the right home, little bag. I'm going to look after you. I'm so hot doing this. Whew. Polish, polish, polish. You probably can't see on the camera, but it is actually shinier than that one. So that's what I've just done, and that's what I'm about to do. So it is working. That one's definitely shinier. Oh, it's so lovely. I love the metal corners. They're so shiny. Right, so I should carry on and do the other 3 corners. I hope you're finding this useful if you're cleaning one of your bags up, because the products are not expensive that I'm using. I'm just using a bit of brasso, some old dusters, some cotton buds, and just a bit of hard work, really. Right, let's get these other corners done. Right, that's all my brasso bits, nice and shiny. I think you'll agree they are shining more than they were. Oh, it's fabulous, look at this. So the next step of my little handbag adventure is my leather cream. So I've got, hang on, I've dropped. So I've got Connell 1909 leather cream in neutral colour. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit onto my cloth, and then I shall work it into the leather. It does darken the leather, so I'm going to rub it in. Trying to think where to start. So we'll rub it into these little bits on here. So you just dab it on, and it sort of nourishes the leather, cleans it, and does darken it slightly, but I don't mind that. And it just gives it some moisture. Rub it all in. I'll just rub it in on the reverse of it as well. That's it. And then you just leave it for a little, you know, like a couple of minutes, and then we buff it up. So just rub it in. So therapeutic, I love it. So that's it, and as you can see, it has darkened it down slightly compared to the other one. But I love the patina when it's darker anyway. So then you get a clean cloth and you just buff it up, really. You just rub it, and it just takes the excess cream off and just cleans the leather up. Makes it feel nice as well, and smells nice and clean. Let's rub the other side. And that's my leather. So I'm just going to continue and do the other side, but that's the one I have done, that's the one I haven't done. As you can see, that's darker than that one. So I'm just going to rub the other sides. Right, I'm still cleaning. I have actually stopped on my tea and carried on. Right, so I'm going to show you now. I'm still doing the leather cream on the handles, but if you look, can you see there's a mark just there? I don't know if you can see that, but if you get the leather cream and rub it into the leather, you kind of work it in and then you can lift it and the mark comes out. You keep rubbing it. And there we go, there's the cream, there's the mark coming out. Look at that. Look, the mark is gone. Magic. So I'm just going to carry on conditioning the handles, which I think will freshen it all up as well. I've done all the piping. I've done the little tag on the end. I've got to do this little zip pull. So I'm just now going to rub it across the handles. Clean them up a bit. Obviously, the more the bag gets used, the handles do go dark on them because the leather, as it gets older, it darkens. Some people love it, some people hate it. I really like it. I like a bag when it's got a bit of history to it, my dears. I think it's really nice. But also, I suppose it's nice when you buy a new one and the handles are really light, and then as you have it over the years, as it goes darker, then you feel like you've put your mark on it. So it's really nice. They're just gorgeous, whatever you do with them. I love them. It makes it smell nice and clean as well. As you can see, look at this that we did earlier on. It's sort of dried off now, and it's really nice. Look, there's no marks. It's dried off really lovely. So I shall continue to buff my little handles and the other bits of leather. Right, I'm just doing the little leather tab. So I've put the cream on it and I'm just rubbing it in, and then we'll start to buff it up a bit. I mean, I've spent probably about 2 hours so far on this bag, but I think it's totally worth it. If you're a handbag addict like me, you'll totally get it and you'll love it. If you're not a handbag addict, you probably wouldn't want to sit here polishing handbags. I love it. I love how you can transform an old bag and just a little bit of TLC and you've brought the bag back, you know, into a fabulous bag. It's just amazing. So I really do hope this is useful, and I know this is the second one of these videos I've done, but I just want to show how, you know, you could transform another bag, not just the first one I did. So I so hope you're enjoying this. Just polishing it up. So I think we're pretty much, we're about done, I think, near enough. Let's have a look. So I think the bag, obviously I've got to let the lining dry, so I've got to pull the lining out and probably leave it overnight to dry. But the bag does smell fresher than it did. And pretty much, I think that's about it. What do we think? Look at the brass shining, all the metal bits, and the lock. The leather looks really nice and clean. The colour is so much brighter than it was. All the sort of letters and the little symbols are so much cleaner because obviously they were filthy when we first started. That's the opposite side. There's all the shiny brass bits. And then there are your handles, which have got a patina to them because obviously the bag's been used quite a lot. And then there's the zip pull, like so, and then even the zip is shiny. And there we go. And that is my little restoration thing done. I mean, obviously if you want to, you could go back over the leather again and condition it again if you want to, or you could polish the brass again if you want to. But we've pretty much done a really good job, I think. I'm really pleased with this. I hope you are too. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. So if you get a minute and you enjoy handbags and life in England and other crazy things that we get up to, then please subscribe to my channel. So come and find me on Instagram and Twitter as Mrs. Crazy Bag Lady. And if you're going to renovate one of your bags, let me know how you get on. I hope it was useful. I will put some notes down below of what I've used. Obviously I've used good old brasso on the metal bits with just literally just a cloth and a duster to polish it up, and And then I've used leather cream on the leather bits, which was the Coneal 1909, which I bought from Love Lola, which I'll put the website down below, that's where you can buy it from. And that's about it really, and then I just used a damp cloth to wipe it over. So I'm really pleased with it. I think it's come up really nice. So thanks again so much for watching, and if you do one, let me know how you get on, and if you want to ask any questions, feel free and I will try my best to answer them. Obviously I'm not a bag expert, I can't promise you that it will work on your bag. This is purely just from my experience. So you do clean your own bag at your own, you know, your own risk, but I just sort of sharing with you what I've done to mine. So I take no oh God, what's the word? I take no responsibility if you damage your bag, basically. So whatever you do to your bag, just be careful, test little areas, don't go at it like a bull in a china shop. So just take care with them, because at the end of the day they are a handbag. So yeah, so that's my little speedy. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you soon. Bye.